When I was a young community worker, a little saying stuck in my mind. Give a man a fish and he will eat for a day. Teach a man to fish and he will eat for a lifetime. I still think there's great wisdom there, but I've also realised that development is much more complex than this. For a start, women are key to development. If we leave women out of the picture, then we won't change poverty. Maybe we should change it to give a person a fish and they will eat for a day. Teach a person to fish and they will eat for a lifetime. But wait a minute, is this enough? The biggest lesson in development is that it's often not me who has the capacity to teach people living in poverty how to eat for a lifetime. People who have grown up near a pond or a lake or the sea often know how to fish and could teach me a thing or two about the best types of fish, where to find them, and how to make sure that there's enough fish for their great-grandchildren to eat. It's often not knowledge that people lack, it's power. When others own the pond or the rights to fishing, or when richer or more powerful people take advantage of the fisherfolk's skills, then knowing how to fish is not the problem. We need to ask, who owns or controls the pond? When lots of people start to depend on fishing for a living, and when people start to use large nets and to trawl the bottom of the sea to catch as many fish as possible, then at some point we need to ask, how do we make sure there are enough fish for future generations? The question that is facing community workers all around the world now is, how do we make sure that future generations will be able to eat fish for their lifetimes? I once caught a boat along a river in India with some local fisherfolk, or maybe I should say former fisherfolk. Their land had become valuable because it was near a big city, and so the factories moved in. I was told not to put my hand in the water because it was too acidic and would burn my skin. There were no fish left. So, despite the fact that these people knew how to fish, had fished for many generations, and had cared for the rivers they lived on, they now had no livelihoods, no way to use their skills, and were forced to find other ways to eat for a lifetime. Maybe it's time to build on that old saying, give a person a fish and they will eat for a day. But what will happen tomorrow? Teach a person to fish and they may eat for a lifetime, but only if we learn together about how it could be that we can all learn to fish sustainably, to consume the fish sustainably, to harvest the riches of nature in a just and fair way for all who now inhabit the earth, and for all the future generations who, we hope, will still be able to eat fish in their lifetimes. Complex, hey?